What's going on, YouTube? This is Jimifanis, aka Viper Magic, and today I wanted to bring you guys some Grand Theft Auto 5 online gameplay. I'll be attempting to play through the mission No A Bronca by Gerald. Now, the problem I have with the missions in this game is that most of them cannot be obtained through any kind of list. You actually have to call the individual contact, and then they'll text you the directions or whatever, and then you can start. It's not... I understand that this game is trying to be a simulator in the sense that they want you to be online a lot. There is a day-night cycle. Certain missions are only unlocked during the nighttime of the game as opposed to time of the game, and it's frustrating because what ends up happening is there are times you want to just jump in and go right into a game, and it's somewhat of a chore, and I don't think it should be that way. And I understand, again, that they're trying to make this a persistent online world. However, we're all gamers, and we just kind of want to play sometimes. And a perfect example was last night. I was trying to play with my buddy Kevin, and we were just having a really hard time calling people to get a mission going. We ended up just doing some races online, which was a lot of fun. However, it would have been a lot more fun had I been able to kind of pick the missions that I wanted and just let me create lobbies instantly and invite people and put on the modifiers that I want. And I don't understand why the decision was made to rely on the in-game cell phone and the iFruit app so much. I would have preferred more control in-game in terms of selecting the missions that I wanted to play. But anyways, needless to say, if you do want to play a mission, you could always just do a join quick match, and you'll be, or quick job, or whatever you want, quick heist, and you'll just drop into somebody else's game. But as far as you wanting to play by yourself, a certain level, or just with you and a friend in a certain instanced area, it is a chore in this game, and there are ways around it, but it's not ideal. So what I like about this particular mission, and this playthrough, I actually do not complete it, I die, but what I like about this particular mission is very reliant on gunplay, and it's constantly, it feels like just constant shootouts, constantly ducking in and out of cover, constantly fighting off wave after wave of angry gang member. And because it is a persistent sandbox world, there are a lot of variables that occur in this game. Like in this particular playthrough, when I picked up the drugs, these cars came from both sides, and gang members got out. And previously, maybe because I was faster in one of my other playthroughs, I actually got to my truck and drove away before gang members appeared. Now you see some here. Now we're going to have sort of a kind of a high-speed chase, but I don't even stop to shoot them. I just drive away, and they forget about me or whatever, and I move on to the next objective. But I love that in this game, how there's just so much randomness that goes in, and the sandbox world is very well fleshed out, and the gameplay is very, very tight in terms of that, and players and enemies will use all the different, they're programmed well enough that they'll use certain objects for cover that weren't there. Like, for example, if I park my truck in the middle of the street and a gang member approaches me, he'll use my truck as cover, which is a really cool feature. I haven't seen anybody try to steal my vehicle. Maybe they do, I don't know. But it's just a very smart system, and the AI makes this particularly fun. But one of the other things I really like about this game, and on top of the AI, is just the attention to detail in terms of graphical fidelity. I am playing this on PC. I did a video in the past regarding my particular settings, and they're by no means completely maxed out. To me, my goal was to obtain 60 frames a second during my gameplay. I know this video is recorded at 30 because my computer just can't handle the 60 frames a second, so it doesn't look as silky smooth on YouTube, and I'm sure, again, the OBS software that I use and uploading it on YouTube, some of the fidelity is probably lost, but when I play on my PC just by myself, it is at 60 frames a second, and it looks gorgeous. But one of the cool things that I like on top of just the silky smooth frame rate is all the attention to detail and small little things. And perfect examples you could see as I'm driving my truck to this next objective. You can see all the bullet holes in my lift gate, and that was a result of as I picked up the drugs from the last objective, gang members shooting at me as I drove away. And I believe my back windshield has been shot out as well. There is a lot of realistic type damage in terms of glass and particles and stuff that explode. And of course, I wish I could have this at higher settings, but running a 560 Ti, I do have a lot of RAM that I rely on extensively, and playing on a solid-state drive does help the performance slightly as well. But I'm looking at buying a new card solely for this game because I'm so blown away by how amazing it looks, even with my 4-year-old generation card. I can only imagine how amazing this game would look if I was running it on an NVIDIA 900 series. So I'll be kicking around that, but I'm going to wait until E3 comes out because I have a feeling I'll be buying an Xbox One here really soon. So back to the mission here. Now, the second wave, or the second portion of this mission is that you have to blow up these gang member vehicles. There's 4 of them marked on the map. One of the things that I don't like about this game is the randomness of enemy spawn in. So what actually hurts me in this level, and I might not be on this particular playthrough, but they're all the same in terms of this annoying feature, is that enemies don't necessarily spawn in a realistic way. I was playing a level a few nights ago with my friend Kevin, and our objective was to go into a sealed airplane hangar and steal this airplane and fly away. What ended up happening was we cleared out the hangar. It was completely encapsulated except for the bay in and out. We cleared out the hangar, and as we started to approach to get towards the plane, enemies spawned in front of us. And it wasn't a draw distance thing. It was just they weren't there, and then suddenly they were there. And because we were playing on hard, we didn't have any body armor. We both got wasted. And it was kind of frustrating because we had just cleared out the room, and to have these enemies spawn in like that, it's not so great. I think of how Dishonored did the exact same thing, if you guys have played the Dishonored game, where enemies would just start spawning in. So my point is, just because on the map you could see I'm always trying to stay in cover, and I'm using my radar to the best of my ability to determine where the enemies are at, that doesn't necessarily mean just because I've cleared this piece of alleyway from my truck to this husk of a car that I keep using as cover, doesn't mean that an enemy won't spawn in between that area. So it's for that reason, it's very advantageous not to be a quote-unquote camper and to constantly be on the move. And that's one of the downfalls I have here. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner how low my health is. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't die at this exact moment, but this car does not provide a significant amount of cover for me, and I have to constantly retreat and run back. But I feel as if you could be a better player, or I could be a better player, rather, if I constantly moved more and didn't rely on just a great cover system to just, you know, kind of hunker down in one spot and set up shop and constantly stay mobile. In addition, a lot of the enemies take a insane amount of damage. The pistol is almost completely worthless. It takes anywhere from 12 to 13 body shots to drop a guy, so headshots count a lot, and I'm playing with my PlayStation 4 controller, so I'm always trying to choke up on the stick to try to hit upper chest and the potential headshot for the instant kill. So, but anyways, as you can see, I didn't make it despite my best efforts to clear out the area. It just didn't work. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this mission, but I just wanted to thank you guys for watching. Please do me a favor, comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. What are your favorite missions? What are your favorite things to do? What are your favorite activities? I'm still digging into this game about 2 weeks now, so having an absolute blast with it, and I always appreciate your feedback. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.